Hello there everyone, Twilix here with another shuffle play today, and we are playing Stellaris, a game that I am really unsure of actually doing a series on, but I at least want to show it off on this channel. So we're going to play a new game, and we're going to go ahead, we're going to play these guys. They're what's the words? They are what's referred to as egalitarian, unified materialists. They actually show off. You know what? You know, we're not gonna play as these guys. Instead, we're gonna play as a new empire. We're gonna make one up, or well, yeah, we'll make one up. These guys looks like orcs, so let's go with that. Let's just call them orcs, because why not? Already generate that. Okay, so now we can choose. There's names which really only matter for looks, so let's go with that one. Sure, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Now for our traits, those do matter. So I'll try to explain what this game actually is. It's sort of like a strategy game, but you're an alien empire that's pretty much trying to expand across the galaxy and meeting other alien empires, which we can either make friends with or go to war with. So that's fun. Okay, so a good pick for me, I usually pick venerable or enduring to get lifespan up. I'll just go with enduring, because the longer they live, the longer they can level up and get better. At least for your leaders level up, they get better at what they do. Let's go with strong as well. Now we also, to pick any more than these two, we're gonna have to pick some that'll give us some penalties, but also give us some more points back. Let's go with non-adaptive, because that means they don't adapt well to environments that aren't built for. We'll get to that. And let's give them repugnant, because, well, orcs. They're orcs. They're gonna be repugnant. So let's see, what can we get? Let's go with industrials. Give them some extra minerals. Okay, so now we can choose the homeworld. Let's call it Orcidium, after the Elder Scrolls orcs. And let's call them Star Malakath, because why not? And our solar system really isn't a big deal. It just determines what planets you'll see at the beginning. Like the solar system, you'll find stuff like Mars, but it doesn't determine what is actually on those planets. The Dennis system, I don't recall what that is. Let's just go with random, because that's our only other option besides those two. And let's go with an Arctic world, because okay, for city appearance, let's just go with a humanoid city. Or, you know what? Reptilian, that looks cool. Nice and blocky. Now for government and ethics. Now, given the orcs, let's go with dictatorial, fanatic militarist, which means they don't gain war exhaustion as much, which means they can be in one longer, and increases the fire rate. And let's go with xenophobe, because orcs. And makes the starbase influence cost, which I'll get to influence in a bit, and makes their claim influence cost lower too. So it uses all ethics points. We got our hearts already done. And let's go barbaric despoilers, because that's fun to mess with. Makes it so we can just take stuff from other people if we find any. And let's go with post-apocalyptic. I guess this is a tomb world, which is sort of like post-nuclear war. And it counteracts, so I think it counteracts some of our non-adaptive penalty, and it gives us a bit of a longer lifespan. Advisor voice, let's keep it how it is, because it doesn't matter. Empire name, let's generate. Orc Syndicate, no. Orc Triad, no. Go with Orcidium Raiders. There. Now for a flag. See if is there anything that would fit properly with what we're going for. Yes, nice fist. The secondary colors as green because orc. And let's go with reptilian ships. This just affects the appearance of the ship, does not affect any performance. Our ruler, let's have it be Kurog, the guy from Elder Scrolls Online, which I have played. And let's call him a king. And we'll change that for the female leader too. We'll just keep having it. Now, I forget to do the traits here. Oh yeah, I did do the traits, so we'll just have to... We'll just take repugnant off. There. That's actually good for us. Okay, so now that we've got that sorted out, let's save it. And pick it to use. We'll go with the tiny galaxy. Just to give us more to explore. Let's see. Let's give us one AI empire. Let's see. Habitable extradition cost. Let's get that to 1. No, let's go to half. So we'll get a decent amount of stuff done in this episode. Habitable worlds, let's do that 1. Same with primitives. Crisis strength, we probably won't even have to worry about that. I doubt we'll get far enough. I must have a mod installed, so I can't have achievements on. Oh well. But I believe that's how I'm gonna do it. So we're gonna start. The eons since the first primitive orc communities took shape on the snow fields and ice caves of Orcidium, our civilization has spread and prospered, but orc society was not always united towards a common goal. In the centuries past, mounting tensions between competing nations came to an apocalyptic head in a global thermonuclear war that claimed the lives of billions and further marred the surface of Orcidium. In the decades to follow, surviving orcs faced radiological contamination, mutations, famine, and violent tribalism. It was in this grim crucible that the Orcidium Raiders was truly forged, and with it, a new world order. Now, after the discovery of the Hyperlane network, the finest minds of the Orcidium Raiders have finished development of the first hyperdrives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp. Now, to go over a little bit of what we're doing here. First, we need to get some research going for physics, society, and engineering. Easy enough. A fusion reactor that'll let us generate more power. And physics lab that lets us build physics labs, which increase our physics research. A power plant just the power plant upgrade just increases how much energy we produce, which is right up here, if you can see it. And given how power is actually really good, we're gonna go with that. For society, we could use it to increase our defense army damage, increase our monthly unity, which is right up here, and it's used for traditions, which we'll get to, and we can research biolabs. I'm just stumbling all over my words tonight. Now, the defense army damage, not very good early game. Unless you know you're going to have to worry about invasions. Biolabs, we can wait on that. But we definitely want to get this Unity, because that will be a huge benefit to us. Now for engineering, we'd either give us afterburners, an engineering facility, or Corvette hull points. Corvettes are our little ships right here. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some afterburners that will increase their speed, at least in combat. Now, before we unpause this game, because it's paused right now, so we can't really see the effects of anything we're doing yet. We're going to set our science ship up here to survey, and our construction ship, we're going to tell it to build some more mining stations here in our currently owned system. With that all out of the way, actually, no, not yet. We'll queue up terrain clear. Oh, we can't. Well, I guess we're not doing that yet. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and pause the game and see the effects of what our choices make. Now, you can see our science ship and construction ship are moving around now. This is our home planet here. It's Tomb World. And we are... oh, we're actually losing food. Not a very fast pace, but we only have 100 food. And we're producing 7 and consuming 8. That's... oh, we're already down to 99. That's not good at all. Do we have anywhere we can move? No. Well, that's a good start. Oh boy. Okay. So we've got ourselves a shipyard right over here. That's what helps build our military ships, like our corvettes. Corvettes are just the smallest military ship you can build. This is what they look like right here. So, there's not really a lot you can really do early game to take up your time. However, we can plan. We can make plans. For one thing, we need to do something about our food production ASAP. If we run out of food, that is going to be bad. There's going to be riots in the streets, our people are going to starve, and we'll pretty much lose the game. We don't want that, do we? Just need to adjust my stick because the camera wasn't seeing me too well. Okay, so we got our science ship surveying this system here. It's got an Arctic planet here, we might be able to make use out of, maybe. We'll just have to scan it and see. While our construction ship is over here building. Oh, the discovery of alien life. The ISS Yem Nero that has made a startling find on Sanak 1. The planet is teeming with alien life. For the first time in history, we have encountered life forms that did not originate on Orsinium. This amazing discovery has silenced those who believed we were alone in the universe. Although none of the alien creatures found on Sanak 1 are sapient, it is likely only a matter of time before we encounter beings that are. And that's kind of the whole theme of this game, is finding other civilizations. Wow, this really is a tiny galaxy. Look at that. We can explore this place in no time. Assuming we go long enough in this video. We're about 15 minutes in, actually. How about that? Yeah, contact reports simple forms of life. The Osonium Raiders is buzzed with news of the alien organisms discovered by the ISS Yem Nero. I think that's how that's supposed to be pronounced. Some time ago. While far from intelligent, there is life out there, an inescapable reality and a deeply unsettling prospect. Disconcerting, because we're xenophobes, and well, we don't like other aliens. Cause reasons, I guess.
System survey complete.
Oh, the system is fully surveyed. That's good. So let's go ahead and bring my science ship over here to survey this next end. And it looks like we're actually right in the middle of a nebula here, the lunar patch. A nebula in these games that actually makes it so sensors can't really see you very well in them. So that's good for us, actually. Because if we run into something that's going to try to kill us, it'd be harder for them to see us. But let's see now that we've had some time. No, there is still nothing we can do about this. Actually, is there? So we got a shipyard. We might be able to build.
Construction complete.
Oh, we can. We can exchange our crew quarters here for a hydroponics bay, and that'll solve our problem right quick. Let's go ahead and get that queued up. And once that's done, that should solve our food problem. In fact, it should get that ticking up. Let's see. What even are you in the system, science ship? Ah. Right there. Let's go ahead and turn the speed up. Because early game is pretty slow. It gets a lot better as time progresses and you meet more empires. It gets much more interesting at that point. So, if this looks a little slow at the start, that's why.
Anomaly found.
Ooh, an anomaly. Let's go ahead and get that research. Just so we have something to look at.
Construction complete.
Ah, cool. Our hydroponics bay is ready. And that solves our food problem immediately. Ooh, our first traditions are available. Now we can actually take a look at that. Ooh, automated shipyard. While conducting the survey of Trunk 5, the ISS Yem Nirog detected the remains of an automated shipyard in orbit. It is at least 1,000 years old and seems to have been subjected to a heavy missile barrage. But one of its manufacturing bays is still in working condition. Science Officer Mishgriel is confident that power can be restored to the shipyard, but it would be a significant project. Well,
situation log updated.
But first, let's pick our tradition. Let's go with the contact report remnants. Intelligent life taunts with pointed abstinence. Reads a popular Newsnet post on Orsinium. People of the Orsinium Raiders are apparently finding some humor in the fact that lower forms of alien life are now a matter of public record. But potential equals from other stars continue to elude us. Science Officer Mishgriel's report on traces found on Trunk 5 seemingly only add an ironic twist to the situation. Alright, so let's go ahead and go with domination here. Get that going. Because that'll give us some
system
nice
survey
stuff
complete.
that'll be useful for war if we ever get to one. But it also fits the theme of what we're doing here. Now we could colonize this planet, I believe. Yes, again, its habitability 70%. We just need to get it in our territory. So, construct your ship, do your work. Actually, no. Cancel that. Actually, you know what? You go ahead and finish that, and then go to the shipyard.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Our research actually finished up. So now, habitable world survey. We now know without a doubt the thriving biosphere is not something unique to Orsinium. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalog the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable, life-bearing worlds. Let's go ahead and say that we have more important matters to focus on here. Now let's pick some new research here. A slave army, that would be useful if we had anything to enslave, but I also don't really like doing slave playthroughs. It's not what I really enjoy doing. Alright, so now we can choose between deflectors, blue lasers, and capacity overload, and energy grids. And obviously blue lasers are better than red lasers, because let's go ahead and go with the energy grid. And we got another tradition available. Let's go ahead and pick colonial viceroys. Give us an extra governor and leader cap and empire lead capacity. That'll be useful. Alright, so that territory is already done. So let's go ahead and bring our construction ship over there. And we can colonize this planet, but it'll take us a lot of energy. We only have +9 a month. And a month is like 30 seconds in game. But we start colonizing, that'll bring it down to like 1. And that won't be very fun. Okay. So now that I'm actually gonna have this guy try to explore the system a little. See if we can find our neighbors in this galaxy. Oh, an abandoned gateway. An ancient space station of some kind has been located at the edge of the Iswaria system. The strong residual subspace signature that surrounds the station indicates there may be a gateway of sorts, part of a theoretical network of similar stations that at some point would have allowed for near instantaneous travel between different parts of the galaxy. Assuming this is a gateway, its current state of disrepair has rendered it unusable. If it could be restored into working order, its owner would potentially be able to access any other functional gateways in the galaxy, enabling travel across huge distances in a matter of days. So, that's something we could work towards if we had the time for, but this is just a shuffle play, not a full playthrough, we will not have the time.
Special project complete.
Special project. The ISS Yem that has successfully restored power to the automated shipyard over Trunk 5. The facility immediately resumed its uninterrupted construction order. These materials are had on hand to build an advanced frigate of unknown design. Unfortunately, the ancient facility broke down completely afterwards and has been deemed beyond repair. We have sent a crew to the new ship and pressed it into service with our fleet. So now we got some free ships. And they're better than our already existing ships. Okay.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
And let's go ahead and get some new technology researching. Let's go with the powered exoskeleton to give us more armor damage and more minerals. More minerals is already good. And let's pick another tradition. Let's go with protection market. Even though there's not much we can do to get tributaries yet, we'll worry about that later. I want to at least have this video go long enough for us to meet our neighbors in this galaxy. So we will, soon enough. Till then, it's actually just that. There we go, now it's spotting me a bit better. There, that looks nicer. Okay. Ooh, encounter Imethen. You have encountered some form of alien vessels in the Imethen system. These strange origins have been flagged as Alpha Menace until we can learn more about them. We should proceed with caution. While city is in uproar following the news of unidentified ships sighted in the void. Their intentions unknown, it would be prudent to assume the worst. Well, let's go ahead and research them. Investigate the Alpha Menace. Finishes in 9 months. And let's go ahead and train up some extra ships just in case we need them. Got ourselves 5 more corvettes going.
Initiating tactical
Oh.
retreat.
The Beta Menace. I want to see what that even looks like. Oh, we didn't get a chance to actually look at it before our ship just zapped out. Okay, let's see what's over here, because that might be where our neighbors are. Go on, science ship.
Special project complete.
Oh, the Tianki. Okay. The spaceborne lifeforms, which the Orc Head of Society Research has come to refer to as Tianki, are docile creatures capable of accessing some lower dimensional subspace. They roam from system to system with remarkable ease. They graze on gases common to the upper layers of many gas giants. It is highly unlikely, to say the least, that this is their only food source, but intake of other nutrients is yet to be discovered, but yet to be observed. They will rarely, if ever, attack even when provoked. They can safely be ignored. Cool. That's a we don't have to worry about. Oh, got ourselves another tradition.
Construction complete.
Star-Lords. Subject companion increased by 20 and trust cap increased by 50. Not bad. Get some more physics research. Research speed is always a good thing. We always want our research going up faster. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring our science ship way down here. Also just realized that until we clear that area, there's actually nothing we can do to access this part of the galaxy. I don't think we'll get enough trained up during this episode to be able to do anything with that. We'll try though. We will certainly try.
Our ships have been made superior.
Yes, they indeed have. And now we have 512 strength. That is not enough to take this system. Oh, get some more research. Let's go with coil guns. That'll be good. That'll be good for us. Let's see. What else can we do here? Upgrade some of our buildings here. Power plants. And we can tear down some of these wastelands. There we go. That's some of them taken down. Sorry about all this adjusting I've been doing. Okay, now we could give ourselves a new module for our station, but we don't have the minerals yet. Now we do. Let's go and give ourselves a training hub. Give it some more energy credits a month. Okay, so we got our science ship heading down here. If we can't find our neighbors here on this side of the galaxy, that means they have to be over here.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Ooh, a natural wormhole. We've detected what appears to be a naturally occurring subspace phenomenon on the edge of the Ascension's end system. A rift in the very fabric of space-time is formed here, creating a wormhole that our scientists speculate may provide a conduit through subspace to another wormhole located somewhere else in the galaxy. Depending on where the second wormhole is located, this could potentially allow ships to travel from one end of the galaxy to the other in a matter of days. Unfortunately, this wormhole, like the vast majority of its kind, is inherently unstable. Any vessels foolish enough to pass through it would be ripped apart in seconds. If it could somehow be stabilized.
Initiating tactical retreat.
And, well, we found some more enemies here.
Construction complete.
Okay, get ourselves another thing in domination. The fleet levies plus of subjects will also count towards naval capacity, which would be useful if we had any subjects. But anyway, let's go ahead and pick up some blue lasers, because blue lasers. And let's get some population growth speed. Governor just gained a trait. Honestly though, I'd say this is a game that you actually want to get the hang of yourself. If you want to know if you want to truly know how to play it, just watching someone play doesn't really help. It's a lot better to figure it out on your own. But once you do know what's going on, it's a lot more interesting to watch other people play. See what kind of mistakes they're making. Because I know I make a lot of mistakes.
Tile blocker cleared.
Yeah. Yeah, what? Taking me at said we still haven't found our neighbors. This game does progress a little slowly. It's even on the fastest speed we can set it to right now. This isn't one of those games that you can just play a quick match of and just be done for a while. You have to put a lot of time into it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Ooh, we got ourselves our first faction. A new faction has recently begun gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the Hasidian Raiders. Led by King Kurog, they call themselves the Strength Through Conquest Coalition. Their members have been pushing hard for us to assert our military dominance over the rest of the galaxy. Our disgruntled faction will be a source of trouble, one that proves the government's actions could prove useful. If we only had some enemies that we could push ourselves onto, right? These enemies that we can actually overpower. It's the only thing that's hostile to us in this galaxy will wipe the floor with us. And that's not gonna be fun. There is a whole war system in this game, but you have to find other factions.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Okay, we got a population growth speed up. And let's go ahead and unlock energy siphon that we learned from the
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
And let's go with a flak battery as well. Let's go ahead and have our science ship go all the way down here. If they don't find anything down there, then, well, there's not much more time I'd want to spend just looking for anyone. Because you've got two areas that are completely blocked off to us. This part down here, and this part way over here. So we only have access to this part of the galaxy at the moment. Oh, we got our blue lasers, cool. And automatic exploration is there. Let's see. I feel like we could make this go even a little faster. That'd be funny. Alright, so we're getting our last domination tradition. Our unit output is increased by 5% per subject if we only had some. I'm starting to think domination was a poor pick. Now that we have all 5 of those, we have a first ascension perk, which there's only 8 of that you can get, and they give you permanent bonuses. And let's go with mastery of nature. That'll be really good for us. Because now those last tiles that we have left, they're a lot cheaper to clear now. So let's go ahead and clear those up. Find anything down there? Nope. Check that system.
Our ships have been made superior.
That doesn't take too long to do. Now, this button says assign leader here. That means we can recruit an admiral here. And that makes them, the ships actually a little stronger and gives them a whole bonus. Well, it would if this one didn't have its bonus because he's cheaper to recruit. But, yeah, nothing down there either. Let's send you over here. If we don't find anyone else in another 10 minutes or so, that's what I'm going to call it, because there's not much going on, and I can't show off much with how we're a little blocked in by these alien menaces. Oh, our food's going down again, so let's go ahead and move this one down here and fix that right up. Have you build a hydroponic farm as well. I may actually have to do a full series on this just to get a better idea of what it's like, because I'm just now realizing it's probably not something that it's not probably not a game we can just show off the whole thing of in just a shuffle play, even a longer episode. So I think later on I actually will do a full series on this, but for now this is just sort of like, I guess, a sneak peek of the game. At least let you look at it before you see the rest of what it's got to offer.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
And let's go ahead and... Oh, satellite exploration probes. Before we develop faster than light travel, several satellite exploration probes were dispatched from Oceania at near relative speeds towards nearby systems. The scientists who developed the probes naively included sensitive information about our culture and their memory cores as a form of greeting to alien civilizations. It has now been realized that this data could potentially be used against us. We need to track down these probes before they are found by someone or something unsympathetic to our species. Well, that would have been nice for us to actually get earlier, because then it would have given us an interesting event chain to look through.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
So let's go with deflectors. They're not going to be colonizing any planets anytime soon. Let's have you explore here now, because you just finished up that part of the galaxy. Our construction ship is just sitting here. Let's have it build something. So it's not just sitting there doing nothing. Upgrade the fleet, because we want to do that frequently.
Our ships have been made superior.
Make sure they always have the best stuff on them. We could actually customize our ship's designs with whatever we want on them, but I just go with the automatic best for what this is and assume that's going to do just fine. Because it normally works out. But if you ever need to fight something specific with a specific weakness, you'll want to design your own ships. Yeah, there are lots of things with their own specific weaknesses. Ooh, our flag battery finished. Let's get robots going. Because robots are nice in sci-fi. Although I guess this... I'm pretty sure this is referred to as space opera, but whatever. I don't entirely know the definition of that. I should look it up after this video's done. Alright, we got ourselves another 6 minutes before I end up calling it. So let's hope we find something else in those 6 minutes. I'm not keeping my hopes up though.
Initiating tactical retreat. Construction complete.
Well, that's another part we're locked away from. Well, let's send you over here then. Okay, so if they're not over here, which they could easily be, and it could be all the way up here, but I'm not holding out hope for that. because that'd be really close to us. Let's get that going. Get ourselves a new tradition. Let's go with discovery. I always picked that one first anyway. It's just I want to do something different for this video. Oh, we found more of our probes. Hey, before you go, take care of that. Well, it's taking care of that. No, we could just build more science ships to explore. There. Now we got more. Once those are built, we can recruit more scientists.
Special project complete.
Further probe. Let's get that one. Send you. Send you up here.
Construction complete.
Get you a leader. And send you up here. Get you a leader. And I'm just picking them at random at this point so we can get something. Alright, here's our last push to find anything interesting in this episode. Oh, I got another sublight probe. But we're not worrying about that. We're busy looking around for any neighbors. Space neighbors. Ion trail. Huh. The ISS Gem Nirog has picked up a signal from a discarded signal buoy belonging to one of our missing sublight probes in this interstellar system. There's an ion trail leading away from the buoy on a trajectory towards another star, suggesting that someone has propelled the probe there for unknown reasons. Let's see what that leads. Which we probably will, eventually. Just getting our science ships going somewhere. Oh, we found another sublight probe. See, you finding anything up there?
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Okay, we got some more research done. Let's get shields going. Because shields are nice. Send you over here. Since you found nothing. Found nothing, Jon Snow. Alright. I doubt there's anyone over here, but we'll check anyway.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Got ourselves more research. Let's get ourselves an extra lifespan. Because having your leaders live longer, that means they can stay at higher levels longer and be more useful, which is invaluable for scientists because they're useful for lots of research. Ooh. Encounter an Obrium. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in the Obrium system. These strange objects have reflected Obrium until you learn more about them. Really now? Can Kurog develop new skills? Let's research you. Let's investigate the other
Initiating tactical retreat.
Get you research too. And send you down here. You found nothing up here. Yeah, you can't go up there, so our only hope for finding anyone lies right in here.
Special project complete.
Ah, that's the successfully translated building to establish communication with the independent space station of the Curator Order. Ah, the Space Foxes. Greetings, Star Travelers. We are the Curators. Our ancient order was established eons ago by the various galactic powers in ascendancy at the time. We were dedicated towards the preservation of all knowledge in an effort to safeguard the galaxy from descending into yet another bleak dark age of mass extinctions and barbarism. We failed. Few of us remain today, but we are no less committed to our sacred mission than our predecessors were. We are ready to share some of our knowledge with you for a price. Well met, I guess. You know, for being barbaric explorers, we're actually pretty polite, aren't we? Okay. So we got you. Send you up here.
Scientific breakthrough
And you down
achieved.
here. I'll just go until I get all of what we can access discovered. Because our ability, our fleet is not strong enough to take any of these. But let's get some more research going.
Special project complete.
Void clouds. An investigation into a peculiar cluster of debris in space dust has yielded surprising results. It's a particular cloud bristling with a powerful charge of unknown origin that has no business exhibiting simple reflexive actions, let alone movements with purpose. And yet it does. There is something undeniably ominous about the hazy subject of the relayed video feeds. Perhaps there are things in the universe we should not tingle with. Let's watch but not interfere with it. Okay. So we're probably not actually gonna find anyone else other than those curators. It's probably the best thing we're gonna find in this episode. This one's pretty much dedicated towards exploration because there's not the time to build up an army. There just isn't the time. But I'm having fun anyway. May not look like I'm having fun, but I am.
Special project
I'm
complete.
focused. Let's go ahead and get a special project to study these. But I'll just go ahead and read what this says real quick. The reports of strange, free-floating, crystal-like objects observed in certain systems have been investigated. The ship-sized objects and their slightly smaller but equally crystal-like satellites at first appeared inert, but sudden shifts in their orientation relative to our ships and new energy signatures emerging from within the prisms, and yet should be regarded as hazardous and be approached with caution. Even should we not find a martial use for them, studying a shattered crystal would no doubt yield interesting results. Let's go and get that special project written down. And you found nothing up there. Yeah, I'm starting to be pretty sure we're not going to discover any space neighbors. But we tried for sure. We certainly tried. Nope, nothing up there.
Special project complete.
Ancient mining drones. Reports of deep space drones in certain systems have been investigated. The drones appear to be the workers and custodians of an autonomous orbital mining operation, established millennia ago and then soon abandoned by all but the drones themselves. Judging by the state of the process equipment, the drones possess powerful mining lasers that make it obvious threatening, if not outright hostile, overtures to Lord Orc vessels when approached. They may only be old drones, but they should be kept under close watch by the Obsidian Raiders. Established listeners.
Situation log updated.
Oh. Horror in the void. Well, we found something at least. We have encountered some form of vast engineered D471 singularity. It appears to exist only partially inside our own universe, with the bulk of the creatures still trapped in whatever nightmarish realm it spawned from. There is a malevolent intelligence at work here, ancient beyond our concept of time and utterly alien to understand. We can only guess as to its purpose. Okay. So where is that? Ah, right there.
Initiating tactical.
Well,
retreat.
there goes our science ship. The dimensional horror just ate that instantly. Ooh, salvagers detected. We found our missing probe. A small fleet of jury-rigged ships has been detected in the interstellar system, and one of them has the probe locked in a short-range tractor beam. They are hailing us. Incoming translation. Salvager skipper. What do you want, alien? This probe ours. Salvage. We find first. You leave now, interrupting delicate operation your ships are. Must concentrate, or if you want probe, we can sell. 100 credits and probe yours. Good deal. Very good. You get probe. Let's work for us. Everybody wins, especially us. Surrender our property or be destroyed. Yeah, we're going for that.
Situation log
Listen to
updated.
ugly alien boy. Please, but why? Drop what you're doing and come over to console. Listen for fool. Let's probe our property now. Fair sandwich, as with debris from your ship speed.
Initiating tactical retreat.
Oh. We're getting the space battle, people. We are sending our fleet over there. We're finally going to get some action. Send our last ship there. Send you over to research this. Send you over here to research that one. Oh, that's better scientist. No, I meant to have you go there. Let's have you just explore and level up. So level up from surveying systems and researching projects and assisting with research. Alright, let's watch this space battle. The Eurasian Concordat. You've just recovered artifacts from ancient alien civilization on Terraska Elb. From what we have just translated so far of the language, we have learned that these aliens called themselves the Eurasian Concordat. They were an interstellar power that held sway over this region of the galaxy a little over 1 million years ago. They appear to have been six-limbed mammalians, and there are several references of some sort of plague called the Javarian Pox, which swept across their entire empire with devastating results, possibly leading to their extinction.
Situation log
I've turned to
updated.
normal speed. Now we're gonna just watch these ships get destroyed. We got our probe recovered. We recovered our sublight probe from the wreckage of the alien salvage ship. It is a bit dented, and parts of it are covered in some kind of alien graffiti put there by the salvagers to mark valuable components. Despite this, we have managed to hunt down and we've managed to download detailed sensor readings of the entire interstellar system from the probe's memory banks. Cool. And we didn't lose a single ship doing that. Good for us. Good for us. Let's send you over here to explore this last system that we can access. And that will probably be it. We've ended with some actual action. So that's something interesting to look at. Oh, let's go back up to fastest speed.
Anomaly found.
Ooh, an anomaly found. Let's go and research that. I'll see you're gonna succeed. Let's hope you do. Ooh, a gas giant station. Orbital records that once belonged to a sizable Eurasian research station have been found above Tasca 3. Exactly what the Eurasians were researching here remains unclear, but the instruments appear to have been aimed towards the gas giant itself.
Situation log
Okay,
updated.
interesting. Fortunately, the scientist of skill 5 or higher, and we are not getting that in this video.
System survey complete.
Let's go ahead and learn that anomaly.
Special project
Cover probe.
complete. Our ships have been made superior.
Let's go ahead and send you over to look at this other thing. Precious Moon, a more detailed scan of one of the many natural satellites orbiting the gas giant Tasca 5 has revealed a deposit of precious metals and minerals that was overlooked in the initial survey. Although the moon is very small, it's a stable orbit around its primary and appears tectonically stable. Neat.
scientific breakthrough achieved.
Yes, yes, I know. Let's just pick something for you. Learn this. Okay. And we are maxed out on influence, which is used for building these star races and doing some edicts, which I haven't shown off yet. Probably won't be able to because we're almost an hour into this video, and I don't want this to take way too long, see.
System survey complete.
Let's actually have you research this project here. That's the last thing we can do, besides just sitting here and letting them survey. Let's just make sure that's done. That's gonna be the last thing we'll do in this shuffle play here. Let's just let that finish up. Not gonna take too much longer. There we go, got our new probe back. And we got all of our probes. And that's really good for us. But unfortunately, that's all we can really do in this episode. And we probably won't be revisiting the orcs. At least not in this save file. We'll just go ahead and pause this so nothing else happens while I'm doing this intro. Or outro, whatever. Anyway. This has been a little showing, a little sneak peek of Stellaris, and I will be able to I'll do a full series on it later on, but for now, this has been another episode of Slick Start Gaming, one of our shuffle plays, and I'll see you next episode.